Welcome, everybody, to a new Planet Coaster series here on the Coaster Geek channel. This is a bit different than what I've normally done, where I usually do a overview and POV of a ride or rides that I've made. This video is a time-lapse construction of the Boardwalk Park that I will be creating over a series of episodes, maybe 8 to 10, I would say. And my voice is also something that's different. Um, I don't want to stop doing my normal overview and POV though. I feel that that is something that I want to keep doing, but I do want to guarantee that this will be once a week. The things that I want to include into this park would be realistic boardwalk attractions. That would include maybe a wild mouse coaster. I tend to see these at all the boardwalks that I've been to. I don't know about other boardwalks if they have them. And maybe some go-kart tracks in future episodes off to the side of the park, not on the boardwalk exactly. I think that is a surrounding item that you would see a lot as well. And since we do not have helicopters in the game, I think it would be kind of cool to put at the very end of the boardwalk a boat ride on the track that is given in the adventure pack. And also maybe a Ferris wheel and some bumper cars would do quite nicely. And this brings me to the final thing I want to talk about before I go into talking about the time lapse. I want to talk about the comment section. So I want you guys to have an interactive experience with this park. So that means that you guys should name things that you want to see in this park. So that could be a flat ride. It's probably not going to be a track ride because they are already predetermined and there's not going to be a lot of track rides in a boardwalk, or at least I haven't experienced any. Also, I want to see you guys comment things that need to be changed. I know I'm not a perfect builder in Planet Coaster, and things sometimes get shrugged off where they're not detailed enough to fit in. So that is something else. And maybe some things also are not in the right places, like bathrooms and ATMs and benches. So that is another thing that could be commented to request a change. And the final part of the comments section is the naming part. So this park does not have a name, or it would be on the title of the video. And the Wild Mouse Coaster already has its name of a wild mouse, but I know a couple other things are gonna have a name. Like the go-kart track is gonna need a name. And if we do the boat rides, that would be need a name. So, jumping into what is going on in the time lapse so far and what's going to happen later, we are building the entrance and food court area in this episode by the title, you probably know. So, we have the lake in the back, and we are building the plaza for the area of the entrance. And what's being built right now is the food court and entrance combination building, I would say. So the restaurants are right there in front being built on, and on the other side there are some information desks, an ATM, a hospital, not hospital, a first aid room, and a bathroom. By the way, this bathroom that just got placed will be removed. So the information desks, they are not there for fast lane or priority pass in the game. I put them there because I think that it's more realistic to see them as guest services. So that would be what they're used for. And so this building, part of the building that's sticking out as a little house area, it seems like, is going to be meant for the business meetings and like party get-togethers. I know some parks have them, but not all of them. So I think that this would be kind of cool. And this is like a finance area as well. So talking about the food court, we have a pizza pen, a Cosmic Cow milkshakes, a Gulpy Energy, and a Chow Ming Chow. And later on, we will put some neon signs to get guests to come to them at night. And you can see the detailing going in right now, or the basis to our little conference room, if you will. And so there will be some doors that are going to go in, and some windows, and then a railing to top it all off. And so we will switch to nighttime soon and talk about the lighting. So the ramp going up, if you saw while I was talking about the comment section, there is some arches, and we will be putting some lights, stringing lights, after those up the whole side. So that is to come, and I will skip a little bit this pathing right here. This pathing was so hard to make. It was so difficult, and I think I will skip ahead in a video in a second to skip through it because it took me at least 30 minutes to do this. So there's still a lot of work that will be done in this episode. That will be done through a music portion where there's going to be music in the background. I frankly have ran out of things to talk about. So there will be a carousel that will be put in. That will be our first flat ride. And there was the fade to skipping the pathing. So enjoy the rest of the video. Alright, so we are back and the ending of the video is near, but before I sum everything up, I gotta tell you about what is going on with this carousel and the queue. So I found these animals from the vintage pack and I thought they would be a good fit. But the dirt, I needed not extra space, but a way to fill in the extra space. And the dirt was a way where I could put plants in. And when it's all done, it feels like it's a garden with some animals in it. It kind of feels like a fantasy area. And I really like that. And so, going back to what else we have completed in this episode, the food court is done, the food shops are done, and the entrance area is done. So, the final thing that I must say is to make sure to comment on this video. Maybe something that you want to see, something that needs to be changed, and your challenge is to make a name for this park. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode enough to stay tuned for the second episode of this Boardwalk series. I have decided that we will go in and make the Wild Mouse coaster. So if you guys are ready to see me create a coaster instead of just seeing the overview, that is what you want to tune into. As always, thanks for watching and have a nice day.